Welcome to Advanced Vedic Mathematics course. Panini Ashtadhayayi Sthapatya Lesson 23. Here we will focus upon Dwadas, Aditya, Dwadas Jyotirling. Sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic knowledge systems shall visit both these formulations and phenomena as simultaneous parallel phenomena, and it is with it that one will be in a position to be parallel with Sthapatya of Ashtadhayayi of Panini. To begin with, at the outset, आप सबको नव वर्ष मुबारक। इस नव वर्ष पर 2023 20 और 23 20 21 22 और 23 it is inner fold of Brahman and it is the outermost fold of Brahman. The phenomenon of Dwadas Aditya formulation wise it is 25 and here it is 16, both together as 41. These take us to flow along soul syllable Om from first component to the fourth component, and same as 41 is taking us from 41, 42, 43 and 44 and ahead as 45. Also, the phenomenon of Dwadas Jyotirling take us to the value of 25, 20 and 15, 60. The difference value here is 19 and it is the southern hemisphere. So, for to be parallel with these pair of phenomena, we have to first visit the formation of 6-space hypercube 6 of domain boundary ratio 12b raised to power 5, and it is 12 multiplied by 5, 60 is the value, and the 12 as Aditya and as Jyotirling bring us face to face with, here we are having creative dimensional frame and here we are having solid dimensional frame. So it is this phenomenon of solid dimensional frame, 3 spaces dimension, and here 4 spaces dimension. Therefore, this 3 into 4 and 4 into 4 will bring us face to face with 12 and 16. Now, from here, if we reach at hypercube 16, it will take us to as many as 33 versions, and 33 as dimension will take us to 35, and it is the formulation TC value of Jyotirling. Further, 35 is the TC value of Udgit. The value 35 takes us to a grid 5 cross 7, which accommodates double-digit numbers of 6 place value system, and here is Anubandha. It is this Anubandh which is Paranama 36. So Udgit to Paranama. Udgit is the 5th phase of Om, Paranama, Om, Omkar, and Udgit. The Allah ahead 6th is Vashatkar, Vashatkar. See, it is 8, 10, 7, and 13. It is 38. And step ahead, it will be 39, Maheshwar. It is this chain of sequential phases which is to be comprehended, which is to be imbibed, which is to be glimpsed, to have an appreciation how Dvadas Aditya and Dvadas Jyotirlingam are transiting and transforming into each other and making it a cyclic order. And it is this cyclic order of our universe which is being chased as an inner fold as well as an outer fold. Therefore, sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic knowledge systems shall sit comfortably and permit the mind as to how Dvadas Aditya and Dvadas Jyotirlingam are making a cyclic order. It is this which will take us naturally for this formulation, translation into numbers, and then parallel steps for the Dvadas Jyotirlingam. Step ahead, we have to translate it into Sthapatya, and it is this translation into Sthapatya which will be sequentially taking us from the hypercube 6 of a raised to power 6 into 12 b raised to power 5, making it 60 coordinates fixation of the boundary. And these pair of phenomena further will take us to that boundary transcendental is of solid order and domain is of a creative order. These two together make it 28, which is Brahm. So how the Brahm unfolds means how from perfect number 6 to second perfect number 28 is to be reached, and for it we see that hypercube 16 will take us to 13 versions, and this as dimension will take us to 35. It is the TCV value of Jyotirlingam, and it is also the TCV value of Udgit, and this 35 as a grid 5 cross 7 accommodating all the 35 double-digit numbers of 6-place value system with Anubandha 36 as the value of 10-place value of the first triple-digit number of 6-place value system. Then the Udgit as the 5th version, Om, Paranava, Om, Omkar and Udgit. Vashatkar is the next stage. And it is this way that we can have comprehension of sequential chain of steps of transition Aditya into Jyotirlingam and Jyotirlingam as Adityas. For having further comprehension, we should take help of the Shiv Puran and Vishnu Puran. These two scriptures are the ancient textbooks. It is a textbook of 5-space mathematics, science and technology, and it is the textbook of 6-space mathematics, science and technology. Sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic knowledge systems shall sit comfortably and permit the mind to be parallel with the knowledge and enlightenment format of Shiv Puran for 5-space mathematics, science and technology, and Vishnu Puran as a knowledge, enlightenment and format of 6-space Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Once we will be having comprehension of the organization formats of Shiv Puran and Vishnu Puran, then we will be blissfully parallel with as to how the Dwadas Adityas and Dwadas Jyotirlingam are constituting a cyclic order. Both are transiting and transforming sequentially in each other's format. So 5-space with number 5 as 2 plus 3 and 6-space as number 2, 3. So it is the addition operation and here is the multiplication operation. How addition operation and multiplication operations are simultaneously available, for it we can have a visit to the setup of a plane as a setup of a points. These setup of points, if are viewed as the sequential linear formats, then the one direction of view will be addition and another will be of a multiplication without having any displacement for any of the points of a plane. So how the points of the plane are when viewed in this direction of east, then we can have that east to west and north to south. It is one view for addition. And then from northeast to southwest and from northwest to southeast, then we are having shift for the same setup of points without any displacement for any of the points of the plane. And it is this transition from addition to multiplication and its unification in the placement format of the points of a plane. Once we are parallel with it, once we are comprehending it properly, and then when we will take 0 and 1 as identities, then 0 plus 0, 1 cross 1 remaining the same. However, when we have 0 plus 1, it shifts here, and we will have 1 cross 0, it shifts here. These features, when will be absorbed properly, then we will be appreciating as to how the 0 to 25 as 0 cross 0 to 5 cross 5, making it a 0 to 5 range. And we know 3, 4, 5, 6, hypercube 5 at step ahead leads to 25. And then if we are from 1 to 26, then we know it makes hypercube 7. And it is this way that we will be in a position to appreciate as to hey, reach here for 8 and reach here for H8 will help us provide how we are going at an 18 infinite series of finite groups and 18 sporadic groups plus 8 sporadic groups, 26 makes the organization. But however, if we shift the role of 0 to 1 and 1 to a 0, then and only then we will be in a position to have a transcendence from this spatial order to the solid order. All what is required is that we shall sequentially be parallel with these features so that we can transcend. And for that transcendence, we means that 35 is to be transcended, and we have to avail 36 as an anubandh, and it would mean 12 and then 24. So within a plane, when we are single and pair of axes again being applied, then it is vesti subesti. All these features are at work. We have to be parallel with all these features. Once we will be parallel with these features, then and only then we will be parallel with the transition phenomenon of a cyclic order of a reach from Dvadas Adityas to Dvadas Lingam and from Dvadas Lingam to Dvadas Adityas. It is no doubt a very big chain. However, our urge to be parallel with the intensity of our urge to attain it and the ultimate bliss awaiting for all those who attain it will help us to be on this path. And we have to follow this path. And when we will be in a position to follow this path, and when we will be following this path, then and only then we will be privileged for such bliss. So to be privileged for such bliss, we have to be parallel with this system. We have to follow this system. We have to be along these values. We have to be along this format. And it is this format which deserves to be comprehended well, to be imbibed well, to be followed well. For it, natural the accepted path is that to make TCB dictionary and update it, and also to have a Sthapatya referencer. Regulate TCB dictionary in Sthapatya format to avail all these features simultaneously at work. Look afresh to your TCB dictionary, look afresh to your Sthapatya referencer, and pose to yourself whether your TCB dictionary and your Sthapatya referencer are parallel with it. If not, update it. If yes, then follow it. And it is by following it, by imbibing it, by comprehending it, by applying it, we can reach the place, the reservoir source from where all these features are flowing. For it, naturally, we have to take help of the scriptures. The scriptures available are Shiv Puran and Vishnu Puran. And once